Good morning and welcome to another Ministry Minute. We're going through a series looking at key themes, the letter of Paul to the Romans. Today we're going to finish it off by looking at the last few chapters of his letter. And so here Paul talks about Christian unity among differences. And he uses an example of the strong versus the weak, and he talks specifically about dietary restrictions. And he says, look, when someone is doing something that you don't think is right, and they're fellow Christians, remember, they're all Christians, right? Don't think about yourself. If you're a strong Christian, think about the weak. And if you're a weak Christian, don't think about yourself, right? Think about the other person. Paul is talking about empathy. Paul is talking about love. He says the goal of Christianity is not to show one's superiority to another through intellect or through a greater intimacy with God or through speaking in tongues or I prophesy more, or I do this better, or I do that better. Rather, the goal of Christians is to be unified. And so, through a greater understanding, through talking about our faith, we come to a place where we can be mutually understanding of one another in differences. Now, I know we live in a world of pretty significant differences among Christians. And as Ravi Zacharias once said, and I believe this to be very true, the greatest abomination of Christianity are its denominations. We are so divided based on our little sectarian beliefs here and there. I think it's time for us to have conversations. We ought to be together on core issues, right? Such as sin, holiness, Jesus Christ, his physical resurrection and ascension. Yet there are some things we can be divergent on, and that's okay, right? And it's important to find that difference, that line where these are really important and are salvation issues, and these are practical issues that I can live out in different ways. And Paul is talking about approaching these things in love. Now, remember, sin, he talks about in the first few chapters of Romans. No go in the church and the kingdom of God. But other things, practical living out stuff that are not salvation issues, talk about it. Let the strong be with the weak. Let the weak understand the strong. Let's have conversations and have unity. That's my Ministry Minute. I'll see you soon.